Not saying that we would make an OP of some kind, but
No,
you know.
now that you've broached the concept, I've just got a picture of like us in like incredibly kawaii like sailor outfits or something. Like something incredibly anime.
Incredibly moe, yeah.
We've got, cute little uniforms on, and we can stand around doing really edgy poses, and we can like do panicking running. One of us can like eat toast.
There's always a shot of like somebody's hand reaching up to the sky, like reaching
Oh, yeah.
to the light. That's a great trope.
Can we just recreate that one Code Geass one that's just 100% people standing around looking edgy?
With all the color, like, weird effects. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just the two of us.
People love top 10s on the internet. I know this because I've
Zoetrope, top 10.
edited multiple top 10s, and they have ridiculous view numbers, in my opinion. Top 10s, I find, don't have a lot of substance most of the time. Sometimes they do. Sometimes people can inject more points and essentially make it more of a review of each item and not just like spout out facts about it, organizing those pieces of trivia.
Oh my gosh, have you seen those videos that are just like 100 pieces of trivia about X thing?
I was gonna say
it's so pointless because it's just someone who's gone on a Wikipedia binge and then like parroted the article.
Channel Federator has this series called the 107 Facts of whatever show, and I called them non-tent, so nothing content.
I watched part of one once. And, like, the first 10 were just things that you would know if you had watched the show.
Oh,
it was like, did you know that Dr. Cox is a doctor? And I'm like, yes, of course I did. It's a key component of the show. So much of the stuff that they did was just, like, stuff that you would very clearly know. So I have a better idea. I have an idea that we can improve the top 10 format.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
So today's youth, the kids, they have no attention span, right? So I'm thinking instead of doing top 10s, we should do top 2s. We should just have like really short 15-second videos. Top 10 best movies about space, Star Wars, Star Trek, done. Think of the views.
Honestly, that is a really, really good idea, because if all you wanted was people to watch your stuff and really not engage much in anything else that you do, that sort of format where it's like a really short type of video, there's this guy that does this channel that doesn't have much love called Just Tell Me How to Do It. That's his YouTube channel name. And he has video tutorials on various editing techniques, and instead of spending 20 minutes booting up whatever software you have, and like, here's how you open the software.
Hi guys,
that you
welcome
bought.
to Editor 69's video tutorial.
Yeah.
First, I just want to take this time to thank you guys for checking out my channel. I'd like to remind you that if you enjoy the video, you should go down there and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Just Tell Me How to Do It has videos that are maybe like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and just shows you the simple steps to doing whatever you want. And sometimes it's really like high level stuff. And usually those kinds of tutorials would take like 45 minutes. And this guy is just like, nope, you just do that, and you're done. And that's the same thing that Discord does as well. Whenever they come out with a new feature, they have videos that are quite funny and short, and they just show you how their new feature works in like 30 seconds. It's beautiful.
That's really interesting, actually. I was kidding, and you still may not be into this, but I would be totally down to try and make like a top 3. Like, and actually...
No.
Like, make it a short video, but actually dedicate the time that they deserve.
No, I like your idea, though, with the top 2, because...
The top 2.
It's just so... Because, like, there's a whole thing about numbers, where, like, 3, it's a number with baggage. You know, it has a lot of connotations for multiple people.
It's the number that works for a lot of things.
There's this really good book about numbers called Grapes of Math, I think that's what it's called.
Wow.
By Alex Bellos.
Great pun.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And he goes through the cultural significance of certain numbers in like the first chapter, like how 7 has become this significant number, or it's like the lucky number for people. You know, we have 7 days, we have the 7-day cycle that we go through. It's a really good book. Like, even just that first chapter, it's very engaging. I like numbers. They're interesting, you know.
Yeah, numbers. their stuff and they do things. And math? I don't know. I'm just a biologist. What do I know about numbers?
Dude, math is great. Okay, I had been most recently reading this book called Gödel Escher Bach, and essentially, like, just watching this MIT lecture on this book where it just goes through. Yeah, okay, I know. I'm a super nerd, but here's the thing. It goes through these things called fractals. They're essentially. You're still going. Okay. You done? Okay, yeah. Well, so there's things called fractals, which are essentially like these geometric like patterns that just infinitely repeat themselves. There's this thing called the Sierpinski triangle, where it's essentially a triforce.
Yeah, it's a triforce and a triforce and a triforce
within the triforce, yeah, and it just keeps going ad infinitum. So there's a bunch of these kinds of patterns that you can find in real life, and one of the most interesting ones that I forget exactly where I came across this, where it was pointed out to me that like this is actually a fractal, is the Mandelbrot set, where the outer layer is kind of like a heart shape. And if you ever drank something out of a cup, I don't know what people do, but essentially
I have, amazingly.
If you shine the light into the cup at a certain angle, then you can actually see a heart shape. And that heart shape is pretty much exactly the Mandelbrot set. It has this whole thing to do with like how optics works. It's just so cool how you can explain real life phenomena through mathematics.
My problem is I like the concept of math. Like, I'm really interested by like the things you can do with higher math. And it's really cool to me. I'm just so bad at actually doing the math that it's like entirely inaccessible.
Anyone can appreciate fractals. You can look at fractals and you're like, it's so cool, you know?
It's so beautiful.
Especially if they're multicolored. Introduction. I'm Wudge. You're Matthew. Hello. There we go. Done. Done deal.
That's a great introduction.
Goodbye, everyone.
That's it. We're just going to end it like that.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Stay in school. If anyone offers you free drugs, say yes, because drugs are expensive.